Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Maryland Darling Show. And welcome to another episode of 30 Inks, 30 Days. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today, we are looking at a purple ink from Noodlers. Noodlers Le Couleur Royale, or the Color Royal, or the Royal Color. Alright, before we start, we're going to share this with our friends so that they can come and hang out with us too. Okay, we're going to share this. I'm going to share it. I'm going to copy the embedded link. We're going to share it to the LinkedIn and the Facebook and the Blogger and the Reddit and the Twitter and the Pinterest and the Tumblr. Okay. Now that we're all shared out, I have to make this pretty quick, so I'm going to do this as quickly as I can because I have a meeting and then I have a lunch date, so that's really nice. Alright, this is our ink of the day. It's a nice purple, a little bit of shading. And here is our ink swatch and water resistance test shows. I might not want to use this on the outside of an envelope for fear it may wash away. And here is our ink painting of the day. Nice, very nice. Here is our toilet paper chromatography. I see that there's purple, and then there's a dark blue color, and then right along the edge there's pink. So, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna go in reverse order. So, this is the J&B Copper Plate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Let's see if I can. It is spreading into the page. Little bit of bleed through, a little bit of ghosting. Okay, what's next? This is Original Crown Mail 100 GSM paper. It is spreading into the page, and it did bleed through the page. And this. Alright, then we have Acme cross-section pad. Very nice. No real feathering, little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. This is HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. Nice, very nice. A little bit of spread, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Sheffield Paper Goods. It's spreading a little into the page, and it did bleed through the page. This is that speckled paper. A little bit of shading. Had a little trouble grabbing the page right there. But minimal amount of bleed through and only a minimal amount of ghosting. Okay. I think I'm on schedule now. Alright, this is 5-star notebook paper. It is feathering into the page, and it did bleed through and goes through the page. This is Mead wide ruled notebook paper. It is feathering into the page, and it did bleed right through the page. This is Oxford notebook paper. A little bit of spread, minimal amount of bleed through, and barely any ghosting. CVS caliber notebook paper. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. U-style notebook paper. A little bit of spread, bleeding and ghosting. Buffet handmade paper from Italy. Oi! Feather like a chicken. No bleeding, barely any ghosting. Artist Loft. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of spread, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Rhodia Dot Pad 80 GSM. A little bit of shading, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. The Nanami 7C 68 GSM Tomoe River. Don't notice my fat finger swipe. I was trying to pick off whatever this is, but I was not successful. There's no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Okay, now what? This is Apica notebook paper. A little bit of shading, no real feathering, little bit of bleed through, little bit of ghosting. Okay. This is True Red composition book from Staples.com. Oi! Feather like a chicken. Blend to the page. Up and Up wide rolled notebook paper from Target.com. Nice shading, no feathering. Little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. It is spreading into the page just a little bit. And a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Lamy booklet, 90 GSM. It is spreading into the page, and it did bleed and ghost through the page. Clairefontaine, 90 GSM. A little bit of spread into the page, a little bit of ghosting. Oxford optic paper, 90 GSM. A little bit of spread, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Maramon Nemosity, 80 GSM dot grid. A little bit of shading, a little bit of spread. No bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. This is the Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. Tiny little bits of feathering. Little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. This is Ayush 100 GSM paper. Little bit of spread. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is 52 GSM Tomoe River. Nice shading, no feathering, no little bit of ghosting though. Okay, this is MD. This is MD Midori MD paper. No feathering. A little bit of ghosting. This is Loister 1917. I almost keep wanting to say dot grid, but it's 1917 plain paper. A little bit of spread. No bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. Okay, we're down to the wire. Alright, this is Fabriano Eco Quad 85 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Don't do it to me, I'm busy. This is Field Notes Journal. It is spreading a little into the page, and it did bleed to the page. This is Moleskin 70 GSM. Oi! Feather like a chicken, blend to the page. This is super lightweight Traveler's Notebook paper. Had trouble grabbing the page. Normal amount of bleeding and ghosting. Lightweight Traveler's Notebook paper. No feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. And last but not least, this is the Pen and Gear memo book from Walmart.com. I do see a little bit of feathering, but no bleed through, just a little bit of ghosting. Okay, wow. What did you guys think of today's paper? Ink. Oops. I can't forget the other bits. I need to get me a bucket. I need to get me a bucket for these papers, because they always fall down on the floor. Okay, let's do a comparison panel. I have just a little bit of time. Before I have to leave for my meeting. Okay, where does this even lie? Is this a blue ink? Is this a purple ink? I think it's more purple than blue. Okay, let's see if I can work this. Alright, this is La Couleur Royale next to Diamine Bombado's hat. Lavender purple. Ooh, Schaefer Script Royal purple. This is the closest one. No, 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 no. No, no. Roar and Klinger Cassia. Kind of close. Monteverde Sapphire, Carcos Violet, Diamond Bilberry. These are almost identical. Private Reserve Silver, Violet Silver. These are close too. Diamond Nightshade, Amalfitano, Birthday cake, wisteria. I do want to look at some blues. Robert Oster, Dragon's Knight. That's a close one. Kunda Chen. Michael. No, 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 no. Thinking of one in particular. Bay State Blue, no. Diamond Thunderbolt. Tasha Ao Blue. No, not really. Okay, well. What did you guys think of today's ink? Are you guys looking for a purpley-ish, bluish ink? Let me know in the comment section below. That's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you, and I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.